This is in regards to the doubt that you have asked regarding square root. So I guess your first doubt is here, that is when we take the square root of 75,625, dividing 2 by 4, we get quotient 2 and remainder, quotient 0 and remainder 2, right? So this goes to the division algorithm. So I'll just explain division a little bit. Here we are dividing 2 by 4. So instead of 2, suppose we had 7. If you divide 7 by 4, what we get is 4 goes 1 time in 7. So remainder is 3, right? So if we have 4 divided by 4, we have 4 goes 1 time in 4, remainder is 0. Now if we have 3 divided by 4, 4 goes 0 times in 3. So 0 4s are 0, remainder 3, right? So similarly, when we have 2 divided by 4, either we can write 0 4s are 0, 2, and then we put a decimal, then we place a 0 here. So 5 4s are 20, remainder 0. This is what we do, but we don't want a decimal, we want a quotient and a remainder. So what we do is we just end it here. So that is how we are getting quotient as 0 and remainder as 2. I hope it is clear now. I'll explain the other example that you have asked, 1,43,641, right, which is one of the examples given in the chapter. So 14 perfect square less than or equal to 14 is 9. 14 minus 9 is 5. Square root of 9 is 3. Double of 3 is 6. Then we have 53 divided by 6. 53 divided by 6. 6 goes 8 times in 53. 6 8s are 48. 53 minus 48 will be 5. So the remainder 5 is placed here. Then we have 56. The next thing that we do is we take 56 minus Dvandva of 8 or 8 square. So here we are getting a negative number. So when we get a negative number, we try to see why we are getting a negative number. So let us just go back to this step. 53 divided by 6. 6 8s are 48 and remainder is 5. So instead of 8, if we take 7, it will be 7 6 are 42 and the remainder would be 53 minus 42, which is 11. So here we will cut this 8 and make it 7, and the remainder instead of 5, now it has become 11. So the advantage that we get here is next time when we take 116 minus Dvandva of 7, that is 116 minus 7 square, we will not get a negative number and we can proceed. So 116 minus 49, that will be 7 and this will be 6, which is 67. Now we have 67, which has to be divided by 6. So 67 divided by 6, we will get a 2-digit number, but maximum we can have only 1 digit here. So we can take at the most 9 here. So 9 6 are 54, remainder will be 13. So we write the quotient 9 and the remainder 13. So since we are having 3 groups, we should have 3 digits in the quotient. Anything after that will be the decimal part. So I am just drawing a line so that whatever comes after this will be the decimal part. Now I have 134, right? 134, we'll do 134 minus Dvandva of 79. Dvandva of 79 is 2 times 7 times 9. So that will be 134 minus 126. 63 times 2, which will give us 8, right? So now I have got this 8 has to be divided by 6. 6 ones are 6, remainder 2. So quotient 1 and remainder 2. Again we face the problem over here, that is when we take 21 and we do 21 minus Dvandva of 791. First we had done 116 minus Dvandva of 7, then we did 134 minus Dvandva of 79. Now we do 21 minus Dvandva of 791. So Dvandva of 791 would be 7 times 1 times 2 plus 9 square, which obviously will give us a negative number because it has to be reduced from 21. So what we can do over here is, why are we getting this negative number? It is because we are having a remainder, a quotient 1 here and remainder 2. So instead of quotient 1, what we will do is we will take the quotient as 0. 0 6 are 0, 8 minus 0 is 8. We will place the remainder as 0 and we will place the quotient as 0 and remainder as 8. So now we are having 81 minus Dvandva of 790. The moment we get a 0 here, we have an advantage because we will do 7 times 0 times 2, which is 0, plus 9 square, which is 81. So 81 minus Dvandva of 790 will be 81 minus 81, which is 0, and this 0 we divide by 6. So 0 6 are 0, remainder 0. So quotient will be 0 and remainder will be 0. So it will be 379.00. In case you have a doubt in this, I would suggest that you watch this video once again so that your doubt will be cleared. Next is 31329. So let us try that also. 31329. You group it. After the first group I draw a line and I ask myself which is the perfect square less than or equal to 3, that is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. Square root of 1 is 1. Double of this one is 2. Then I take 21 divided by 2. 21 divided by 2, 2 goes 10 times in 21, but I can have only one digit over here, so I will take maximum 9. 9 2s are 18, remainder 3. So I will have 9 here and remainder 3 here. But again I face the problem of negative numbers, that is 33 minus Dvandva of 9, which is 33 minus 81. That gives us a negative number. So we are getting a negative because of this 9 and 3. So I will reduce the quotient by one digit. So 8 2s are, I get 16. 21 minus 16 is 5. So I will write the quotient as 8 and remainder as 5. Now I have 53 minus Dvandva of 8, which is 53 minus 8 square. Again I get a negative number, so I have to reduce it once again. So this becomes 7. 7 2s are 14. Remainder is 7. So quotient has become 7 and the remainder has become 7. Now we have 73 minus Dvandva of 7. 73 minus 49, which will be 24. In this 24 we are going to divide by 2. So 2 goes 12 times in 24, but I can have only one digit over here, so I can take maximum 9. 9 2s are 18, remainder 6. So I will place a 9 here and I will place a 6 over here. Then I take 62 minus Dvandva of 79. So 62 minus Dvandva of 79. Dvandva of 79 is 7 times 9 times 2, which is 126. So 62 minus 126 is negative. So what I do is I reduce 9 to 8. 8 2s are 16. 24 minus 16, I get 8. So I have this quotient as 8 and remainder as 8. Then I again do 82 minus Dvandva of 78. 7 8s are 56. 56 times 2 is 102. 112. So 82 minus 112 will be negative. So once again I will have to reduce the quotient by one more digit. So 8 becomes 7. 7 2s are 14. 24 minus 14 is 10. So I have the quotient as 7 and the remainder as 10. So we have here now 102. Instead of 82 we have 102 minus Dvandva of 77. Dvandva of 77 is 7 times 7, 49, times 2, 98. 102 minus 98 is 4. So now I do 4 divided by 2. 2 2s are 4, remainder 0. So I write my quotient as 2, remainder as 0. Next will be 09 minus Dvandva of 772. Right? So I have to reduce the quotient by one digit. 1 2s are 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. So quotient becomes 1 and remainder becomes 2. Again I take 29 minus Dvandva of 771. So Dvandva of 771 will also give me a negative number. 29 minus 771 Dvandva will be a negative number. So I reduce the quotient by one more digit. So instead of 1 I will write 0. 0 2s are 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. So my quotient becomes 0 and remainder becomes 4. Now I take 49 minus Dvandva of 770. 7 zeros are 0, times 2 is 0, plus 7 square, 49. So 49 minus 49 is 0. This 0 I divide by 2. 0 2s are 0, remainder 0. So quotient 0 and remainder 0. So it will be 177 will be the square root of 31,329. Now initially while doing square root it might look like a very long method, or someone might say that how can we say that this method is so simple, it looks so complicated, so many times we have to reduce. But as we go on practicing more problems like this, we'll get to know where we have to reduce. Without even writing 9 or 8, you can directly arrive at 7 with practice. It comes intuitively. Like for example, let me just share this with you, the last part. Initially we had got a remainder 0 here. If you see, we had got a remainder 4, what was that? Yeah, 102 minus Dvandva of 77 is 4. 4 divided by 2, 2 2s are 4 and we got remainder 0. So we got 0 here and 2 here initially. The moment we see 772, like Dvandva of 772 will anyways be very big. So what number should come here so that this 2-digit number minus this Dvandva becomes a positive number? So we have 7 in between. So 7 square, if we can get 0 here, then 7 zeros are 0, times 2 is 0, plus 7 square. So if we have to get 0 here, we have to get the quotient 0 here. So instead of going from 2 to 1 to 0, we can directly put 0 here. 0 2s are 0, 4 minus 0 is 4, and the moment we see this 4 here, we say, oh, 49, which is the square of 7. So we are going to get the remainder as 0. Now initially this is very difficult to comprehend, but as we go on practicing many problems, this comes intuitively. When we see this number O, then we come to understand that we have to directly place a 0 here. Same goes for the previous digits also. So what I would recommend is square roots and division. These two chapters, go through the given examples again and again and try to solve as many examples as possible. And you can also take up some perfect squares of 3-digit numbers and then try to solve them. See if you are getting the answer correct, and then that is the only way how we can get a knack of this. And once we get a grip on this particular technique, then this is believed to be one of the fastest algorithms for finding square root of a number. It is faster than the conventional method. I hope I have clarified your doubt at least to some extent. Really sorry for the delay in reverting. I was caught up with some other work because of which I could not revert. So yeah, all the best to you for the remaining course.